Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Hi. We're back. It's me, Stoic, the philosopher robot man guy that streams 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, your regional equivalent, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Saturdays. We're playing our favorite double-decade-old MMORPG, Final Fantasy 11. Maybe you've heard of it. That's a level hair flip. If not, that's fine. If you're just checking in and you're, you know, not familiar with it, I am full of information that may incidentally or accidentally be helpful to you. You just let me know. So I do go into this always intending, and by this I mean into the video game, intending to make my own party. It used to be that I could say 98% of me getting experience is through parties that I make myself. That has trended down in recent days to 95% because I have conducted experiments on seeing how quickly I may or may not be picked up. In the 15 minutes or so that the pre-live thing that I have going on is like doing this business, you know how like I press play and then it's like 15 minutes till. Why do I always get stuck at that part? That's so strange to me. The 15-minute run up to the actual stream happening. And as it happens, I pretty regularly get an invite within 10 to 15 minutes. I do think that there is something lost, however, and that I should be showing the party setup process past level 65, 70. I don't know if there is a needed balance or what have you between the people that just want to see, you know, blood and gore splattering their faces like the moment that they click to see me live, and the people, the subset, you know, the category, the whole category of the thousands of viewers that I have on a daily basis that might be interested in seeing how I throw parties together. One thing that I've noticed is that not too many streamers seem comfortable setting up their own party. One, because it's a lot of like, it's mental legwork, so I understand that. If you're moderately used to it, it can even be a lot when you're simultaneously trying to respond to stuff that's happening in chat, or just like letting, you know, a slightly cognizant word salad come flying out of your mouth, like as you're also trying to make the same thing happen in game. I get it. So, you know, I don't know. I just want to get to 75 as quickly as possible. So that's where my main focus is, because as soon as I get 75 through whatever means, whether through primarily making my own party or primarily leveling just by flagging up or a mixture of both, the sooner that I get there, the sooner I can start coordinating events for my link shell and the other link shells that I happen to be a part of. With one of those events, once I'm sufficiently geared for it, is going to be Sky. Not Sky, fuck. I mean, technically it's Sky. Divine Might. The variant of the Zillart mission number 14. Only instead of fighting each of like a super boss one at a time in sequence, you fight all 5 of them simultaneously. Which is very difficult, as you can imagine. Like, can you do it as an alliance? Sure. But each one of these archangels that are part of the fight are about as strong as a whole party. Hence why you normally fight them one at a time if you're doing the normal version of the mission. So the difference is that in Divine Might, you're fighting all 5 of them. So really, it's like a fight for like 30 people, but you're doing it with 18. If I did my, you know, basic math correctly. But I'll just happen to have 60. Sorry, I'll be happy to have 75. That's been my objective for like the last few months. Streamer, you should have gotten 75 like 20 days in. I don't have a poop schedule. And I don't like my wife, Hala be her name, is very tolerant of my hobby, but I think that both she and I would draw the line on me setting up a poop schedule so that like literally the only downtime that I give myself is like 4 hours of sleep, then pooping, then eating, and ad nauseum until I reach whatever objective it is that I'm looking at. I mean, there's a lot of red lines that have to come before that point. But that is probably one of the biggest ones. I don't even know, I can't even think of like a time or like a game where I let myself kind of descend into like a slow madness like that. Let me move myself up a little bit. How's that? Is that good? Does that do anything for you? Probably not. Where are you? Oh, they're still setting up. I'm early. This party is likely gonna cost me 150k. RIP. Because of fire staff. There's only been a few games that I can think of off the top of my head where I could really qualify myself as being sweaty. One of them was the 2005 Cult Classic, even though it was both critically and financially extremely successful. The 2005 Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PS2 and PC. I don't think it came out on anything else. I might be wrong on that. You don't quote me on that. I don't know. I'm just a guy. And I got a reputation pretty quickly for being like an ace pilot. Now, granted, ace piloting in that game basically consisted of you exploiting a barrel roll at like a very specific distance away from your opponent. Because at most dogfights all the way up until like the very end when people eventually figured it out, I just happened to figure it out relatively early just from like fucking around constantly in fights. It was just like dogfighting consisted of you just doing very slow lilting rolls towards each other in like a big like oval shape until you happen to catch like a pixel or something on your opponent's ship, which would sometimes happen depending on like the differentials in speed that you might purposefully or accidentally give your ship to like nudge it one way or another. That's fine. I should be able to deal. But more likely in those types of situations, there would be somebody flying from the outside that sees basically like two sloths, like very slowly rotating around one another, and then just picked one of them off, depending on what your team was. That was the only one, I think. Final Fantasy 14, I mean, can you, is there like sweat? Well, no, that's true. There is definitely sweatiness in that game. I didn't get anywhere close to that though. I didn't do any of the, like truly difficult versions of the fights. Like the most that I ever did was like the hard version of the dungeon finder and stuff like that. I never got into like extreme or like, you know, kill god mode or whatever. Trying to think of something else. I mean, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is pretty much it. I got into Star Wars Old Republic for a while, and that was fine. You know, it was okay. Might have to take that summoner instead of Bard and have the RNG pull. That's fine. I should be able to deal, I say. No guarantee on chains. I'll keep looking for another 10 minutes while you guys run. Can you head up here? I guess he doesn't necessarily need to head up here at a time. This is a very pretty place. Is there like basically like PS1 like textures like draped over the sides of everything? Sure. But just look at these JPEG leaves, dude. Doesn't that look nice?
Oh, big.
It does, doesn't it? Looks even nicer with my insane Dark Paladin drip. I love that for me. We can actually sit. We can pretend that we're camouflaged a little bit. Sit. Down. Here we go. Now no one will know that I'm here. Look how cool this helmet looks, man. But you never see it. Because the actual stats on the piece that's like probably 40k to make is just bad. No one reasonably buys this and is like, I feel upgraded by wearing this. Let me check to see what these stats actually are on this. They're not good, I know that, but I just want to see. It is for Paladin Dark only. Holy crap, Reese, thank you so much. For the 8,000 people that are already present and watching, I'm going to shout out Reese Wasabi. I am not intimately familiar with the individual, but I do want to give him a shout out. I'm sure that they are an extremely nice person, and they last played Final Fantasy XI Online. How you doing, buddy? Did you have a good stream? Right now, we're just waiting for the amalgamation of party members to assemble at haste and go up the magic elevator or whatever the lore is, so that we can then come together as a unit and depopulate whole indigenous populations of avians. I'm good. Yeah, we killed Vertra. It was fun. That's one thing that I do need to cross off of my bucket list, is that I did, along with my nephew, we duoed whatever the Genbu, right? The big turtle thing. So that I could then, you know, complete my, unfortunately, not lived out dream of like 75 tanking with the Blue Mage. That's gonna be different. Everything's gonna be different this round. And by this round, I mean like this journey through Final Fantasy XI, which I swore to myself that I wouldn't get back into, but look at me, like up in sky. I was like, I can't do it again after playing through retail, getting all the stuff, losing everything, all the progress, all the milestones lost, all the muscle memory needing to be regained, and then my nephew saying, hey, I hear that there's this, you know, this bussin', as they say, you know, in street colloquialisms, new private server called Eden. It's gonna change the landscape, man. We can go back in time, level 75 era, all the way up to Ottergon. Let's do it. And I said, you know, Beyblade, let her rip, and we, you know, the rest is history after that. Then circa like 7-8 months ago, or whenever Horizon was like a glint in the PR person's eye that was like, you know, responsible for disseminating information about it, he was like, hey, I'm probably gonna mess around with Horizon. And I said, I just can't do it, dude. I can't get back my like millions of gil and all this stuff that he worked for. All the rare EXs are gonna just like be vapor in the wind. I don't know if I can do it. And he said, I respect that. I'll give it a shot and let you know how it is. 5 months ago or so, he messages me and says, hey, this is pretty good. I don't know if you're interested still or not. And I told him I'll dabble a little bit.
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
and boy howdy did I dabble the ever-loving Christ out of this private server. I told myself I would never start the journey over again. And there I was outside Bastok, just systematically killing bees for short-term experience. I mean, it's not like there are flowers outside of Bastok, right? So like, you know, it's like a kind of like a net positive, and it's not like they'd stop reappearing after a while, right?
Oh my god, stop, bro, I'm stuck.
Why is it spicy?
It's okay, we lie to ourselves all the time. That's how it is. Final Fantasy XI always finds a way to pull you back in. It sure did. Told myself I would never get myself to the point that I would get a sub job again because of how painful it is to get the skull. I lucked out and got all 3 basically like in a row, so it was like, you know, Altana herself descended from heaven and said, you need to become re-addicted to the game. And I said, I mean, you're like the goddess or whatever, so, you know, how can I say no?
Boy Slim Thick, Skinny Legend got me quaking.
And then I got my Chocobo license, or Chocobo license, whatever your chosen parlance. And yeah, and then I was like, I'll just see how I feel after getting Warrior to 37, because if I'm gonna be, you know, digging a little deeper into the game, foreshadowing, I might as well just get Warrior to 37 and then maybe call it, maybe give it a break or something, let the server breathe some. And here I am. Functionally 71 Paladin, ready to get 75 post haste, and yeah, help my Link Shell and other Link Shells that I happen to be associated with through their missions, and touch stuff and grass, like digital grass, of course. So God help me if I ever actually, you know, touch real grass. I mean, that's what those like patches of like cat grass are for, right? So that you can, like, you know, get it out of your system. You just buy the little, you go to Petco and you buy the little patch of cat grass, and then you stroke the grass, and you're like, that's it. That's all the experience I needed from that. But like, to be real with you, I've never gotten past rank 6, I don't think. I truly don't think that I have. Because I was like, I got, you know, I'm getting like 6-7 hours of Signet runtime, and I got my airship because, you know, back in the day we were all fools and didn't realize the insane gift that OP warps would give us. We just rode the airship around because that's just what you did. Like, it was that was the reason. People just saw other people just doing that, and we're like, I guess that's literally just the best way to travel. You know, we were riding horses and buggies when like the first, you know, automotive was just sitting there right for the taking. Fast travel before, you know, it became like, did you want /thief? No, I didn't. Good call. Already off to a good start. I'm so used to just automatically assuming that I switch my sub job back. You saved me a spicy situation. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna give him a little heart. We're not all together yet. You guys didn't see anything. I'm not /thief. That is fake news. The image that you had just seen on your screen was from a rival streamer that was AI generating images while hacking into my stream. I am told that is going to be taken care of very soon. So yeah, you know, just be ready for that or whatever. I do appreciate. It's like the 3rd time that I've ever forgotten to change my sub job. Why were you thief? Someone shrieks in the back. It's because I like to garden, and I compulsively steal seeds throughout the day while I'm, you know, working 9 to 5 supporting the economy, one keystroke at a time. And I'm just like, I wouldn't forget to change my sub job. Ew! Look, point at the disgusting default vanilla artifact armor and laugh. Disgusting. It makes me look like an actual paladin instead of like the dark paladin, which is my spirit animal and OC character don't steal. I mean, at this point, it probably is like an OC character. This is like beyond me wearing this set, the Darksteel Cuirass set, style locked onto me. I never see this anywhere. I've actually changed it, right? I did. Let's go. Ooh, basic mechanics adhered to.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy.
Oh, fathers, one and all, bear witness!
Do you also stream on Horizon, Reese? I mean, that's kind of like a... Maybe it's not a silly question. I don't know. Is it a silly question? You might have just like pointed at my stream when it was like, this guy looks good, and then let it rip. I do that sometimes. I'm cringe. That's not cringe. If anything, probably sooner than later, Horizon is going to be more popular than the retail game is. Which is only very, very slightly concerning. Oh! That's what, okay. Roger Dodger. That was kind of a funny moment. I was like, no, don't beat yourself up like that. I'm sure that you're a very nice person. I mean, you could be cringe and a nice person, right? They're not mutually exclusive. But no, he's literally cringe. He said, don't you pick on him. If anything happens to his emotional wavelength, I'll take everybody out and then myself. Don't make me take us there.
A hunter must hunt.
Just because thou art wielding 2 katanas does not mean that thy body is not 70% mac and cheese.
I don't know what level we're gonna be syncing to. All I know is the sound that my level sync is going to make when it takes a man's life. If we're doing birds, it's probably going to be 66, so I should be okay keeping on my Hercules ring. There is nothing that makes me cry the tiniest tears more than needing to sink further down. 65 is, like, when dealing with birds, is like my preferred hard limit. In most cases, the prevailing opinion, which is not unwarranted, but still, the prevailing opinion is that paladins or other tanks, which I guess would just be like ninja, because warriors stopped self-identifying as tanks after like 40, for, you know, the reasons, just many reasons, that paladins are like a glorified first folk with like extra neat things that they can do. I try to actually fight against the current and keep hate as much as humanly possible, and I've mostly succeeded so far. I even add a bit of spice to the mix, in that if I'm capable of skilling up on whatever it is that we're dealing with, whatever the flavor of the month is. Am I going the wrong way? No, I am going the right way. I need to trust my autopilot. I whip out the greatsword on occasion. The effing thing, as they say in, you know, urban vernacular. And I start swinging. I don't just, like, first I establish trust, right? Because you have to. You have to make sure that your party is emotionally invested in you being there and doing well before you do something that is a little bit out of the ordinary, and then you give them the common courtesy of letting them know, hey, the greatsword is coming out. It's probably not going to be a problem, which 80% of the time it's not, because I'm pretty good at gauging, you know, when survivability matters more than DPS or skill ups or what have you. As soon as I get it capped, it's gonna go away. I did invest about 200,000 into the meme that I'm almost assuredly am not going to get back. That's just something that I lie awake at night making myself come to terms with through repeated earnest acceptance meditations, and that's just the way that it's going to be. I'm also definitely not going to get back the 130 to 150k that I spent in order to craft the Darksteel Cuirass set purely just for drip reasons. But that I'm going to see all the time. That just makes sense to me. There's not really a huge amount of like fashion souls that you can have in this game. but I'm going to, you know, squeeze as much juice out of that fruit as I possibly can. Which is I'm going to Omega double down on, or even triple down on once Treasures of Vatergon comes out, where I'm basically never going to take off. I'm going to become a Mandalorian, and I'm never going to take off my armor or my helmet. Style locked, of course. I did everything that I absolutely could to avoid taking off like what I believed or felt was like the unique equipment, the unique appearance that like defined a blue mage on Eden, because for whatever reason they didn't allow style lock. I don't know if it was actually this is the way. You're gosh dang right, brother. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't make myself do it. I stuck with the head through the self cope, that the 2% of extra monster correlation, which if you don't know what that means, please don't let me get into it, would help more than it hurt. Obviously things like the Walahra turban would have been infinitely better, but you know, it's not covering my face, and I have a strong preference for closed face stuff, and the blue mage artifact head is like one of like the 3 pieces in the game that like actually covers your face. I guess that Square Enix is like, these people work so hard on picking face style number 3 out of this selection. Why would we deprive them of being able to see their character's face whenever? Because so much of this game is predicated on the RP of being able to make eye contact, you know, with other digital characters. No luck at all, even offered reward, and the summoner is gone now. Anyone know any bard in the LS? You don't need a bard. You literally don't need a bard. I know that it might seem like you need a bard, that it's like, you know, part and parcel a critical component of the Sky experience. You actually don't need one. You just need a dude that is willing to go uppies and just kill birds. Like I do have the very controversial, and I recognize that opinion, that bards are great in giving you a series of stats that you can't easily get any other way. I recognize that. I think that people's emotional wavelength is too closely tied to whether they have a bard in their party or not. Like they flatly feel as though they are going to have like a twice as worse experience if they don't have a bard, when they really only lose out on like maybe 15% of their effectiveness that they would have otherwise. That's not a common opinion. I know that bards are typically like scooped up like the micro instant that like the quasi instant second that they throw up their flags, but I can't help it, man. If I ever change my mind and how I feel about that, I will alert the masses. I will send out, you know, various carrier pigeons and ravens and crows and, you know, dicks and what is a dick? Hang on. I don't know what I'm quoting. Dick. A dick is a a dick is a name for any of the 4 species of small antelope in the genus Madaqua that live in the bushlands of eastern and southern Africa. I don't think traditionally they were used for messenger carrying, but you know, you give me like 5 minutes and I'll tie something to it.
Yes, indeed.
I am Melania, Blade of Mikola.
Help me.
I'll tie something to it, like a small parcel or something. I'd pick it up whether or not it has a note tied to it. It is a lot cuter than I expected. I thought that it was going to be like a flightless bird or something. Some kind of avian, not just like the cutest looking mini deer known to man. That probably would bow to you if you bow to it. I mean, it's kind of like the same vibe that you get from like Tarataras, right? Is that like by their smallness, you feel an inclination to protect them. That's almost like an evolutionary thing. That they're so small and like have such pinchable cheeks. The face ones, not the fun ones. No support seeking all, Bard, Summoner, White Mage, or Red Mage. Then what do we have? Then why are we here? Just to suffer? Level sync. Let me try to help them. I have to like interrupt the word salad for just a moment. If you're new to the channel, you've liked what you've seen over like the 10 to 15 minutes that I've been tirading about like what dicks are. Clicking the follow button below not only updates you when I'm around, it helps the algorithm find others who might like this too. All hail the algorithm. Only Bard seeking across the whole of the server. What level? What is our sync target? 69.
Oh, baby, it's triple.
65. I hate that for me. Level sync 65. Party, Sky, Bird, Killing. Do you need it? Preferably Bard, Summoner, White Mage, Red Mage. And then we will repopulate into the other link shells and give it a moment. Do you still yes. Do you still kill birds at 65? In this game, you kill birds whenever you get a chance. People are chomping at the bit to go over to Ottergon and kill birds. If it's a bird, if it flies, and it has like the little things sticking out of the back of its head, or it looks like a toucan, it dies. The rate that birds die in this game is so catastrophic. It would probably billions of birds by now, right? Millions. Like if you can, let's do some math. So if it's like, if you're killing a bird every 5 minutes, that's like 5 times. Get braced for bad math. 5 times. So that's like 12 birds over the course of like 60 seconds. And let's just say that we're particularly efficient at it. That's like 14 birds every hour times 24. And that's one party. If there's like 20 parties in... No, there's like 10 areas, right? That people can party in. So we'll just do 10. So every day, at least 3,300 birds are dying in a 24-hour period. There's 365 days in a year, right? So there's over 1.2 million birds that are dying just in Sky. Just in Sky, probably, round clock. And then we adjust that over the course of the 2 decades that the game has been out. So that's 24,500,000 birds dead, just in Sky. That's disgusting. All right, let me see if the other link shell that I am a part of is interested. Am I R0ing? Oh, I need to actually confirm. I am the idiot. We'll still go up. Normally I wouldn't be concerned at this point because I'm confident enough in my party construction abilities that we wouldn't really be like too far gone without something. I'm sure that these guys are just like over focusing on having a bard or not. Even though they lumped in like the other support slash main healers. But let me check. Let me see, because I haven't actually looked at the party list. We have a red. We're good now. I don't know who Sans Mercy is. Probably a bard if he's Anond. Hello.
Bingo.
I don't know what he is, but I'm willing to bank that it's a bard.
Incredibili!
Imagine playing the game without a specific job out of the 15 to 16 available. Listen to yourself.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? The One Piece is real!
We like sound bites here. Prolific soundbite enjoyer. This Stream Deck has poisoned my brain. Of that, we can all agree. I have access to over 140 sounds at my fingertips of varying quality. Most of them are good. I do remember fondly, actually, the 4 or 5 hours that I spent like up to like 3 o'clock in the morning just listening for sounds. Each one of them is audio balanced to make sure that they're not too loud but not too soft, so that they're appropriately funny for their, you know, chosen context and volume. And one person is gone. Who do we lose? We either lost someone or they are ghosted. Let me double check my equipment, because if we're going to be sticky to 65, I will have virtually no tools. Is it going to make it impossible for me to do my job to the extent that I'm normally used to and enjoy? No. I mean, it's gonna make it harder a little bit, but not impossible. One big upgrade that I'm not going to be able to get through the auction house is a resentment cape, which I did get on Eden. And I'm very sad that I wasn't able to bring it over. I understand why, because, you know, it's basically works like, you know, an NFT in like the video game space, where like they say that you can, you know, that like you can see that the two products are, you know, relatively similar to each other, if not identical in some aspects, but like the back end means that you can't literally just take the thing from the other game and then shove it into this one. The resentment cape seems like a tough camp. It is. It's in a place that no one likes, that is surrounded by creatures that no one likes, that is belongs to a NM that no one likes, that pops in like an 18 to 24 hour period, and I don't know if NMs repop after maintenance or not. I don't think they do, but it does have a 33% chance, question mark, 1/3 chance to drop, which is higher than the Parade Gorget. So anything higher than the Parade Gorget is all right with me. And I do enough regular pre-meditation or pre-acceptance meditations that I should be able to handle not getting it, even if it takes me like a week or even longer. Because I know that some people, you know, went like 127 or some shit on Parade Gorget, right? That's just how this game is. The pain is part of the fun. Dark taken, light taken. Okay. It's really popping up here. So for the next 2 weeks, at some point in the next 2 weeks, because it's like way overdue, I'm going to be doing spring cleaning on my PC. I've already made like the appropriate backups and everything, so I'm not worried about it, about the small amount of time that it's going to take for me to get like OBS and stuff back to the way that it was, because I had to basically reverse engineer it once. I could do it again, but I'm going to take apart my PC and clean the absolute Christ out of it, and then probably format the hard drive, because I have so much bullshit that is just tucked into random files, and that's just like tucked into random corners of my PC. I'm pretty sure that there are like whole ass games that are like up in the attic or like deep in the basement where the bodies are of my computer's hard drive, that I have no shortcut to, don't remember installing, can't find using the, you know, stellar finding functionality that Windows 10 has, that because like I can account for about 600, 700 gigabytes of the 1 terabyte drive that I have. Where the rest of that shit is, I have no idea. So it's just time. It's just time to redo like everything. You know, it doesn't hurt. I made this computer like 4 or 5 years ago, which was future proof for then, but the future is literally now. So I need to prep it for the future again. It served me well though. I mean, you obviously cannot see it because I'm rendered in real time on your phone screen. And I do not have a means of showing you what my computer looks like. But just imagine what has been described to me as like a stormtrooper-ish looking like design, where it's like a white shell with like black trims all around it, and on the inside is like a bunch of like red RGB that I have configured to look as though you're looking at like the inside of like a being. Like tubes and stuff like that, like flashing red occasionally, or like the RAM has like light running down its side. The computer, like the heart is like beating as if it were a heart, or the brain, whatever your chosen parlance. Is middle best for puller? I am not familiar with what middle means. Oh, I am the outlier? I need to move. So we're just gonna head over. The last time that I was here, and I've said this story a bunch of times, but there are new people here. I led, the only time that I was here on like Eden was leading the Divine Might like run, which is my first and successful one. Super proud of that. It's all I can do not to, it's all I can do to, you know, shut up about it. And I'm very eagerly seeing if I can reproduce that. It's the one piece of like very hard content that I've done. The hardest piece I've done in this game. Never really found a group that was either... Never found a group that happened to progress far enough in COP for me to actually experience things like the jailers and shit like that firsthand. By the time that I got close to it, I got a little bit into Tenzin's path on Eden. Was also around the time that Horizon came out. And Horizon is, as I'm sure that you know the story goes, cannibalized the population of this one. So I had to make a choice, and I did. On my way to you. I didn't realize they were moving. That was on me. I was too focused on whatever it was I was talking about. I don't know if Reese is still here, but what is the job that you're enjoying most, or maining, so to speak? Mine is Paladin, and it's probably going to remain Paladin until Blue Mage comes out. My beloved. I do be all about giving people blue jobs at a rapid pace. I'm almost there. I'm coming. Gotta keep an eye on the corners here. Make sure that I'm really riding that line. Because I would be a big old silly buns if I let myself get caught out when I'm so close. Oh, I don't even know what Sans is, dude. Oh god, it scared me. You scared me. I thought I got aggro. I mean, if I'm feeling frisky enough, I could see myself getting into... Is it a bard? It is a bard. That's probably why he's Anon. If that's the case, Actually, no. The heaviest thing that I can equip is the Dark Sealed Maul, so we have to stick with that. Got a tank on edge of bridge. Ellie is sketch that far out. What? Okay. Can I fall off of this? I cannot. Melee stand here. Sure. We're gonna need to activate BPM mode. Quick spiel before we really get going. I am a Twitch affiliate. Twitch forces ads upon me because, you know, that super yacht isn't going to buy itself for Mr. Bezos. Hallowed be his name. In about a minute, there's going to be 90 seconds on average of ads. Please bear with me. You can, you know, I would appreciate it if you stay, but if you do go, you know, Gods be with you. Or whatever. The night is dark and full of terrors. If not, I'll meet you back here after you've done whatever it is that you do when you're not glued to Twitch's fun screen. Okay, where are you starting? All right, so the initial Sentinel is probably the very first and last time I'm going to have like pure unmitigated aggro control. While it's not entirely downhill from here, it doesn't often go uphill afterward. But all we can do is do our best, right? With the time and the resources that we have. We're big, reasonable expectations enjoyers here. I'm probably gonna need to turn the bird, so it's not like wing cutting into people. What is that? What is the command to like lower your draw distance? Is it like slash set world something? Woo! What's good, dude? That's what I'm talking about. Wow. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you. This was a great stream, very productive. And I'll see you next time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, your regional equivalent on Friday. Just kidding. What am I attacking? God. Okay, no, come to me. What the fuck is this? It's gonna take me like 5-10 minutes to adapt to like the tendency to hate bounce. That is really crazy that she was able to get through all that. Okay, she is set to be the... I love this for me. What other abilities do I have to help here? Let me get on the hate list and then Rampart. I see that she has the I'm gonna butcher this, like the Voyager's helm or some shit. But while it's not paying attention to me, I'm going to Enlight. What the fuck is this lady? This is like by far the fastest set I've ever lost hate. Now, granted, I only have like maybe like 2/3 of the like the enmity generating equipment that I normally have. All right, we'll just take it one thing at a time. Does appear to be strong. Is also wearing the warrior boots, which I'm assuming adds to her enmity generation, which is definitely not going to help. But I will adapt. I will adapt. I will overcome. I need to change the draw distance. Something about like the position that I'm in is like really pissing off my shit. As in like making it like 50 frames per second instead of 60, which is, as I'm sure you agree, is disgusting. I need to remember that TP over 1500k is in my best interest because it means I can use draw distance set world. Thank you. Draw distance set world 2. That is so much better. Draw distance 1. Okay. I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. I could do like set world 0, but I have no idea if that's going to make me blind or not. We're just going to cover diminish. It's fine. That's a strong lady. God, the way that she swings those axes and hits those birds, I wish that were me. Oh, I also don't have food on. What a great first impression, huh? Disgusting. It's the food. So I'm consuming Ikra Gunkin, which is a tank version of sushi. Gives you dexterity, vitality, accuracy, defense, which is great for many reasons, just like you would imagine from hearing that on the tin. We have Sentinel back in 15 seconds, huzzah. Okay, don't use TP. You can use MP. As much MP as you want, all the parts of the buffalo if you so desire. Hello. Hello, robot friend. Hello, kitty. Kitty.
Oh,
human hybrid. Shut up, Scythius, you stink. Oh my god, you have that baby Oddish in your party. Yeah, she's doing real good. This Elven is definitely giving me a huge run for my money, though. She has generated more hate in like the first 5 seconds of every fight than the entirety of the Pierce damage leaning party did that I was a part of last night, where it was like 2 samurai, both with pole arms. Like, look at this shit. She can just like decide that she wants to hate if she what is this? She's not even doing anything. Insane. She's just looking at it and pissing it off. I don't know how she's doing it. Like, I need hate so I get hurt so that I can then convert my hate being hated into like cure fuel, which then generates more hate, and on our dance goes. What is this? I don't have my Hercules ring. I don't have my stupid death earrings. I'm at this like really weird in-between stage where like I'm just 1 level shy from having what I think I would comfortably need to keep hate probably 60-70% of the time. And if you're like streamer, you lied to me. You said you would never lose hate. Let me regale you that there is an asterisk at the end of the statement, which is terms and conditions may apply. Their boots do give them +1 entity. I don't know if it translates exactly 1-to-1 in terms of like percentages, but it feels like she's getting like 10% extra entity. Let's see you steal from me when I have Sentinel on, huh? Bud? Their helmet does give them -5 enmity. What? What helmet is it? Check. Diminish. Oh, it does. Oh, then I'm just bad. No, there's more. There's more. That's to it. Congratulations. Let's do order of operations. Defender up to reduce enemy loss. Provoke because it's there and we need it. And then the microsecond that we lose hate, we're gonna shield bash, which should get hate back onto us. We're going to top up our HP, which should draw hate back onto us. Yes, yes. And then we're gonna hold Rampart. It's going to die. We don't need to spend any more of our tools in order to keep hate on us. Okay, good. Provoke time. And then we'll Rampart. Just for fun. It doesn't give a huge amount of enmity, but it does give something. And then we have cover up if we need it. Little moonlight. It's going to trickle back just a little bit of MP, just a smidgen to Sands. Let's go, we're doing it.
Slow down, I'm gonna spurt. Sorry.
We're doing it, Peter. I don't know if the Elven is like tapering it back or what. I don't think they would have a reason to, right? Because I think that it's just assumed that the tank is not going to be able to keep haste. So why would you hold back if it means that you could kill things more efficiently? It's more psychologically comfortable for me to believe that. I mean, she is also, I think, is she full-voking? Is that what it is? If she is full-voking, whoa, I don't know what happens then. Then I immediately don't feel bad. That is for sure. Here, we'll cover her because it's gonna be like a half an hour. Please just. There we go. There we go. There we go. Stop moving. Stop moving. Just let it ride. God, if she is full-woking, then that means that I'm already at like an extreme disadvantage. Although I don't think she was full-woking before, so maybe that Copium Avenue doesn't work for me. I gotta find it. I gotta find the cope wherever I can find it, even if I have to like dig deep and greedily. Hello? There you go. Okay, we are officially out of tools.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
So then I can show you this. After I make sure that everyone is taken care of. It looks like they are. We'll spot heal ourselves to make sure that we're in pre-Gorget territory. Another bird is on its way. Wow, experience chain 13? Holy fuck. Is it hot in here, or is it just like fire weather? Anyway, this is what I wanted to show you.
Hello. This is with my red eyes. This should be even more reassuring and relaxing to you. Oh man, I'm not overheating. You're overheating. I am the one that overheats. Analyzing optimum POG routines.
And then we're back to normal. Moonlight here. I don't have cover up, so I'm just going to, with my body language, express that. If you hear construction going on in the background, I apologize in advance. There do be construction happening upstairs. I'm not going to use Sentinel. I had to really check my impulse to use it. We'll provoke. That's fine. It's not going to do anything. She's wearing a hobby +1, man. What am I supposed to do except go fuck myself? Huh? Oh brother, this guy stinks. He's lost hate so many times. Have you heard this BS about cover breaking if you were the person moves after it's been used? If that's true, I fucking hate that. That has not been my experience unless it's like a new... If it's like a new thing that started happening, that's fun. Here, I'll protect the baby. Even though it's gonna go back to the Elven anyway, so that was wasted. Completely forgot to use Sentinel because it died so fast. Someone told me you don't even have to be in front of the person as long as you cast it and neither of you move. That part is not true. I will tell you that because somebody actually also had that thought, so maybe there is something to that. Like some kind of like specific angle or degree that you have to be in relation to the person that you're trying to cover. But I tried everything. All sorts of testing. The baby is protected. The baby has to first go through the Elven, because she is functionally the tank right now, and then has to go through me. Once we creep up to 66, my chances of keeping hate regularly to semi-regularly are going to skyrocket. Until then, I'm just a guy that hits the bird with a club. At least I can be sure that the bird is having a good time because I'm taking it clubbing. If that was a bad joke, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of winging it.
It's time to stop.
No, never. Dude, I was born in the cringe, molded by it. Alright, Sentinel time, dude. Why are you still clubbing beyond Valkyrie Dunes? Purely for sustainability. And I don't mean like protecting the environment. I mean, sometimes when it's just you and the red mage, and if you're lucky, like a bard or something, being able to keep your own MP up to serve as cure fuel tends, in my very personal experience, to keep and retain hate, or establish and keep hate, more than just doing the little bit of extra chip damage that I would meek out if I had the sword. If I were to have a main heal, which could be white mage, summoner, red mage, whatever, and a sub heal of some description, like one of those jobs, I would probably swap over without hesitation to sword. Maybe even greatsword if I'm feeling cheeky and I'm in a position to get skill ups off of it. But clubbing for survivability, and if survivability is already established and I feel like I'm good, or proven otherwise, I will swap to the sword instead. In this case, I'm in this weird like 65 spot where the strongest thing that I have by far is a Stark Steel Club at 43, or is it? It's 43 damage, isn't it? 46. It's 46 damage with plus 10 attack. So not only am I just flatly doing more damage than I would if I had my level 50 Espadon, but I'm rolling consistently higher in the damage amount too. Also less shitty for the RDM. I can confidently say as a 69 RDM. You know, nice emoji. Because it's 69, because it's the gamer number, therefore it's funny. Red Mage Bard for Paladin is stupid good. Agreed. When I like, I've done parties with literally just a white mage, and in those cases I have to use a club. I can't use anything else. Otherwise we're gonna be, you know, resting, and people's tolerance for like raw dogging like MP by just not moving or doing anything for a bit, like, drops catastrophically after like 50 or something, or whenever it is that red mages get refresh. 43? Question mark? Ampersand, is he not using devotion on you? Cycle with your chivalry. There is no red mage here. It's just a sorry, no, that's a Freudian slip. There is no white mage. So in the situations where there is just a white mage, I have a like a fuel tanker's worth of Yuhudo drinks, typically about 30. I only go through 25, but I keep 30 on me just in case it runs a little bit longer, which carries me throughout, and is basically like there was a red mage there the whole time. It's not as expensive as you might think, which would normally be like 30k, because I'm cooking and I know where to find stuff semi-easily. It comes out to about 14-15k per fight where I have to deal with it. And because there's very few times where it's just me and a white mage, spending like 15k basically in those situations is not that bad. Paladin chef main, off man paladin. Yeah, ironically, I thought that I was going to take ninja all the way, and I tryharded ninja up until about 57, with the, you know, the knock-on effect being that at 57 I could get Hocho, which is like the +3 cooking knife that ninjas can equip. which ironically I don't have, even though that's why I aimed for it first. But Sweaty Ninja is by far and leaps beyond, like Bed Bath & Beyond's, like more expensive than anything I will ever do or have done to date. If you're not familiar with what that entails, it's not just getting tools and like Utasemi itchy fodder reagents, whatever you want to call them. I've not been paying attention to what she's been saying. Okay, melee here, got it. It's a shuriken. Shuriken are ninjas like flavor. They're exclusive to ninja. They do like 2 to 3 times more damage than anything else in like their weight class. And they're hyper expensive to make. Even after the buffs that changed the recipes a little bit, that only made them like 2,000, 3,000 cheaper. Before I stopped, I was regularly consuming Juji Shuriken, if I'm remembering right, if that's like the one that's like in the 40s or 50s. Look at her jump. Isn't she so cute with the little flower and everything? Look at the little baby. We'll defend her up. And then we'll Sentinel, and then I should be able to concentrate on whatever the fuck it is that I'm talking about at any given moment. I don't know, I won't run a party if I don't have a healer plus support, so out of Red Mage, White Mage, Summoner, Bard, 2 of those jobs have to be in my party, otherwise no party. I agree. On principle, I agree. Sometimes I make it happen anyway. If the healer is comfortable with it, I'm frank with people in this game, which has helped me tremendously in you know, making sure that realistic expectations are set, that nobody feels burned in any way by going into this, you know, 2 to 3 hour escapade I'm going to be taking them on. And I say to them, are you comfortable being the main healer if I can get a secondary for you? And in most cases, they say yes. There's been only one weird situation where I ended up with like, with 2 summoners, because the first one was like, I need a +1. I need somebody with me, you know, during these long cold nights. And I said, sure. So I grabbed a second summoner, basically robbing any other party from being able to be formed for at least an hour, because there's like an extreme, and this is the other reason, there's an extreme shortage of healers after 60 at any given time. Okay, clearly she's doing something that I'm not able to see because she's like blinking. We'll wait for her to get hate back. No? Okay. Fuck me then. I'm not gonna shield bash because it's like the only hate establishing tool that I have. This is our life now. All right, we will grab the other flamingo. And even though I've been unsuccessful so far in trying to... No, we need to establish hate now. I can't think like that. We don't have the room. We don't have the room to think like that. We do have Chivalry back, though. Huzzah. The 2DD better SE Oddish is very, very cute. Jumpy baby. Don't know it. I get hella blind invites. Yeah, I do, too. I anon about 50% of the time. Not because like I'm legitimately bothered, but because I don't know if somebody in my link shell or whomever is trying to like reach out to me about something. So like I reflexively check and it's like, party, question mark? First of all, where? Second of all, no. Like I would have my flag up. Right? That's why we have it. I would have my flag up. All that I can think of is that those people were successful exactly once in getting someone that wasn't looking for a party to join up. And so, like, forever after that, you know, they were like Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber being like, are you telling me? So you're telling me there's a chance that, like, if I just blindly invite the people that aren't looking, that I'll grab one. And a long time ago, I forget what the exact situation was, but I think I was right before I was about to flag up, where I was like, you know what? Sure, I was gonna flag up anyway, which further cement. So I'm part of the problem at least one time. Paladin seems too intricate. I just play Black Mage for me see Magic Burst, me do big damage, me happy. I totally respect that. Tanking past like level 40 is definitely a blend of we're going to cover this individual. Nope, doesn't even matter. Wasn't facing me. Got it. I want off the ride now. Get me off of this. I mean, I'm sitting on functionally like 400 MP right now. I gotta stop spending stuff, so I'm just gonna holy it. Oh my god, he's a madman. What a waste. I'm already close getting this shit to 75 and moving on for a bit. What is your, if any, plan after 75 Red Mage? And it's okay to have no plan. Having no plan is like a common state of affairs in this game. Thief? That's a good one. You also have more mental fortitude than I do, and that I enjoy Thief for its merits of like getting me stuff and things, but maybe I just haven't given it enough of a chance. Like I've gotten it to 45 probably once since Retail and Eden, but and I know that it's had some other perks added to it where they get like triple attack at like 30 question mark or 45, I can't remember. Retro Thief, that's a classic. I'm a 35 Thief at the moment. Nice, so you're basically already there getting TH2. The fact that she's jumping is very... I'm gonna comfort her. If anything happened to Oddish, that would be terrible. Right. You fall face the goal, protect Oddish at all costs. The fact that she has like jump macro down. How many points do you have? I need to take away your means of exercising your feelings in real time. A lot. I'm here all the time. That makes me feel good. Full stop. It's because of the puns, isn't it? Even if I'm quiet. Or is it like my infectious laughter? You know the one. What do I even have to unfuck this situation? Rampart? I guess I have Shield Bash too. We'll wait for it to weapon skill. And then see if we can catch it. Nope, I don't think so. Their weapons, their TP moves seem to come out pretty fast. I do miss being able to headbutt things every, you know, 5-6 seconds or whatever the timer was for Eden. On Blue Mage. It took me a second to complete the thought because I was just thinking about like what my next 30 seconds were gonna look like. Did I even use my Chariot Ring? Hello? I didn't even, where's 14,000 experience? Jesus Christ. I didn't even use the ring. Oh my god. What am I doing? That's crazy to me. This is gonna poison my I'm gonna turn into one of those people that are deeply infected with skyitis. and be like, if it's not birds and if it's not uppies, it's not worth my time. You don't have a bard and a warrior that can steal hate ad nauseum from your paladin. You might as well just put your opinion in the garbage. I'm gonna wait until we get 2k TP again to hopefully get a moonlight charge on the red mage that I can't see. No, that was stupid. I spent it early. I just assumed I was gonna hit there. We're not doing terribly. Thank fuck the little baby leveled up. Get me. Okay, dude, can I just stop. Just stop. Just let me work. Let me cook. Jesse, please. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good? Nope, she's not good. It's getting slapped around a little bit. She has the understanding that she can stand behind me and I will reliably cover her. I do appreciate that. But I had on Eden, I had the headbutt timers down pat. I almost said down fast. Nope, this way, Mr. Bird. I don't think that headbutt is going to be unscathed, though. And I'm not even saying that out of like concern. I just don't believe that in its retail / Eden implementation, it's going to not be touched in the crossover to Eden. There's too much content. Vanilla, Zillart, COP, that you can just cheese the absolute Christ out of with headbutt. Granted, headbutt was brain word good. She stole hate from me. I have like no tools. I have flash, enjoy it. Treasures of Adargon had accounted for stun being a regular part of the ability ecosystem. This is just it's just fucked. I'm not gonna be able to get it back. Like, she has to have like crazy shit. Like, I didn't even see what weapons she had. I just looked at the helmet. But she's not dying. I can at least give myself like a minimum amount of credit that I'm able to pull hate from her through extremely small windows. And perhaps the biggest reason why I'm surprised is not so much that she's stealing hate from me so regularly. It's the fact that in the party that I was in last night, where I had a ranger, 2 samurai, including one that was doing like a samurai / ranger build. Like, she would, like, whenever she had TP, she would like back up a whole bunch, like 20 meters away, would let loose a sidewinder or something. And then I think that there was just like a regular ass dragoon, so there was like 3 piercing weapons and stuff like that, and I did not struggle anywhere near as much as I am here. Like, versus it's just as what's who wins? Like 4 piercing damage, you know, piercing damage archetype, you know, well geared individuals, or one spicy elven with 2 axes. The world knows now. No, not Oddish. No, she's fine. She's not in any actual danger. Oh, I just assumed I wouldn't be able to pull hate. I'm going to need my agent to remind me that in approximately 45 seconds, I'm going to need to re-eat a whole plate of sushi by inserting it into the gaps of my helmet and then licking it from the inside. Not just gonna be turned into a salad. Come on, guys, let me hold hay. It's my turn. Mom said that it was my turn to kill the bird. I had sent it on too. They had no business taking. I'm busted. Something's busted. There's no way I'm losing hate like this. I know nothing about these individuals, so if it's gonna do some like, I think it has like Meltdown, right? Like basically like a better version of like the bomb or some shit. I'm gonna take this opportunity to press my snooze button 3 times to make sure that I buy back people who are watching like an extra 15 minutes of high octane action, aka me huffing and wheezing, just barely able to keep my hate retention together with like duct tape and wishes. Oh my god, dude. Oh, Blitzroll? I remember fighting for like literally 4 or 5 hours collectively, trying to get Blitzroll on my Blue Mage, because it's on the list, so you have to get it, right? Did I ever use it pretty much ever after that? No. But maybe I was gonna. And maybe I will this time. Maybe they'll buff like different Blue Mage spells. Even though everyone seems to have the opinion that they'll nerf Blue Mage some other way. Other than like headbutt, I mean. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what people think they're gonna do to Blue Mages otherwise. Is there gonna be like 800 billion Blue Mages on release? Sure. I think that is going to very rapidly taper off after like maybe a month or so. Because people are going to realize the same way that they did in retail and Eden, which is like Blue Mage is like a fucking weird job that you can't just like roll up to your friendly neighborhood magical Costco's and pick up like a cart full of scrolls, right? Like you have to get out there and get your ass possibly beat for a literal chance of a chance. I have no tools to help this individual. I'm sorry. I have nothing. I have cover and that's it. But it's already dead. So like people are gonna be really into Blue Mage until they figure out, you know, like maybe they don't enjoy the Sigma grind set as much like involved. Realizing as those words were leaving my mouth that I was equating myself to a Sigma grind setter, and that is not true. I'm just saying that you need to be prepared to suffer like a lot. And I'm not just talking about regular ass punk ass like Final Fantasy XI suffering. I'm talking about fighting leeches for possibly up to 6 to 7 hours cumulatively for it to use MP Drain Kiss maybe once out of like the 20 or 30 mobs that you fight, and then realize, and then like you see it cast MP Drain Kiss and you don't get it, and having to deal like doing like a quick like mental health check on yourself to, you know, make sure that you don't like fucking lose your mind from the idea that I'm gonna have to fight at like another 30 or 40 or 50 to get it. It's also a weird job. It's probably one of the weirdest jobs, if not, in my opinion, the weirdest job that Final Fantasy XI has had. Granted, I didn't play Dancer, I didn't play Runefessor, I didn't play Geomancer. I'm talking about like basically like up to Wings of the Goddess era. No, not even that. Like Treasures of Otter Gone. we become Paladin Blue, yes, and vice versa. My magnum opus was going to be making Blue Mage 75 tanking work, which it absolutely could. That's not like a you know, it's time to go back inside, old man. Your brain is like literally roasting in the sun type thing to say. Like, you could make it work. My flash is down. 5 seconds V. We're going to rescue the baby. Defender's up, Sentinel's up. I'm letting the word salad kind of control my brain a little bit. Blue Mage Paladin is probably the best combo for taking blue tanking after 70 or so, because you get access to flash, rampart, sentinel, various defensive bonuses that you can then swap out the spell list, the spell combinations. Look at her little jumps. Okay, now I'm starting to get why Yame reacts the way that she does so often. Like before, like Taru's would basically just be like on the ground, right? But like the little jumps, like just random, just unprompted, no emote or anything. Once they start hopping, apparently that's like the gateway to my very real human heart that I did not take out of another person and swap out in order to, you know, keep my biological processes running. I have not lost hate in like 5 seconds. What is this? Because Alvin is going to need to get her money back. So you're a cyborg? I didn't say that. I'm definitely human. I don't know why you would think that. I just gave you a freak example. It's called a freak example for a reason.
I assure you, I am very human.
See? Look at the way they talk, all natural and such. Organically and whatnot. I have nothing. What was I talking about before? Oh, right, Blue Mage. Blue Mage being a weird job. So not only is it like prohibitively difficult to even get some mobs to use the one specific spell that you can learn, to have a chance at learning it, not even guaranteed. The job is weird. Like when you invite or think about inviting a bard or a puppet master, even though their kit is like slightly weird in different ways, or like a white mage or whatever example that you want to use, pretty much, other than blue mage, you know what you're going to be getting. There's no confusion. Like, could the person be like really like a really good player that's like on top of rotating through all their abilities in a way that makes sense given whatever context you're dealing with? Or could they be like phenomenally bad? Like they're AFK watching, you know, at Pro Stoic on the YouTubes or on Twitch, and they're basically like letting people die, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you know. Also, I got a rep for myself. I know I'm the main healer, but all I could find was a monk. Good luck. Like, you at least know what to expect from the job. You have no fucking idea what a blue mage has unless they explicitly tell you. And if they were to tell you, you may get a blurb, or you may get like an itinerary. I'm an invincible here. I'm gonna pretend as though I'm gonna be able to keep hate the whole time. And then we'll enlight. At least I could feel for this 30 seconds every 2 hours that I like, this is me, I'm doing my job. Like, Blue Mage has like 100 abilities or 100 spells, Like just think about it. Like, how many white mage spells are there? Like 60 or something? And they can also be like you can only equip, like, a white mage has like access to like all their spells. Like, they can cast them anytime. A blue mage is literally forced to have only a certain number. So out of the 100 or so spells that you have to choose what it is that you're trying to do. And then I guess, like, just give like the party leader a blurb if you're a nice person about like what you're equipped to do. There are some staples that are probably never going to be taken out from like a blue mage's repertoire. A couple examples of that would be most obviously like headbutt. Some spells you don't really ever use, but they give you such an extreme attribute bonus that you'd be kind of like silly not to take it. Like, I think like uppercut gives you like 2 strength and 1 dexterity. Magic fruit is also a thing. Like, magic fruit is like it's like a slightly weaker cure 4, so it's like a cure 3.5, that sort of thing. Can you get throat stab? Unfortunately, no. You can get 1,000 needles, and I'm sure your follow-up question would be, wow, does it do like actually 1,000 damage? No, it can get resisted, and it's like 400 MP. So I hope that you enjoy doing like 300 damage, maybe, and then resting the entirety, and then resting the rest of the time, or just like ding. But I have a chart, man. I have a chart ready to go for Blue Mage. With like an X ready to be put into each one that I learn. I have the benefit of going through the abject hell of trying to get things like power something, power tackle or some shit, whatever it is that the Beatles do, and like avoiding MP Drain Kiss because it wasn't that good to begin with. Like, I know what to go for and what to avoid. There are some. We'll Rampart 2 just for fun, even though it's gonna die in short order. And then we'll top up our MP or HP, whatnot. There are some like unique to blue mage type like effects that you can have on monsters. Like Sand Spin gives you accuracy down. Battle Dance from Orcs give you like a dexterity down effect, which is like, you could kind of think of it as like a shitty accuracy down, but you can stack both of them. So like you lower the enemy's like dexterity by like 5, which basically comes out to like a 1.25% less skill chance or hit chance, whatever. What is this? Oh, we had a rep. I was so deep in the different headspaces that I was in, I didn't even realize that we were swapping out a rep. See, okay. Let me see if we see what Pan is. Is another bard. Let's go. I'm remembering the party that I vaguely referenced before, where it was like a summoner that wanted a +1 but brought a black mage with them. And then the summoner was like, hey, I need a +1 healer. I can't heal on my own. Which I knew was not true, but he didn't know what I was capable of, so, you know, I want to make sure that my party is comfortable with what their experience is going to be going into. I don't know if that was an actual sentence or not. But then, like, after I found the only other healer, which was the summoner, the black mage that was a +1 to the first one, mind you, said, why do we have 2 summoners? And I had to respond, because I can't will into existence like certain jobs or other types of healer. I freaking got him.
Oh, big
Emotional damage.
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Put these foolish ambitions to rest.
All right, we good? We're back 2 minutes. All right. If you found that you've been watching well and you haven't followed the channel yet, doing it not only gives me a little shot of dopamine, it helps the channel grow in more ways than you might expect. It's a crazy thought, but people do like watching other things that people like watching. Plus, there is a small but not zero chance that I will fly myself out, all expenses paid, and then very lightly caress your cheek for a moment before flying back. Look at this little baby.
It's time to stop.
And yes, my hand is is metal and extraordinarily cold. Like however cold I cannot even find this child in the brush. This is probably how Taru survived so long. I mean, it's like the purple hair is, the light purple hair is basically like a beacon sticking out of the grass, but you know, I could see like predators like just going for the basically like angler fish. Maybe that's it. Maybe like the Taru's like lure, like things that would, you know, very easily kill them into like a false sense of security. And so maybe their hair is like naturally bright colors to function like an angler fish. I do not, wife. You spend too much money on client satisfaction. If anything, I don't spend enough. It's hard to get established on Twitch, man. I mean, it's either this or I upgrade my model to have like J-sized boobs. Like, which is it? Like, what do you want from me? J boobs, please. It's the easy way. I don't want to give me like give me like a month. If I still have like under 200 followers in like a month, we'll talk about it, and I'll reach out to my contact that I commissioned this model out of, and we'll hash out some stuff. I just want to make sure that our expectations, both yours and mine, matches the reality of what it is that's being asked for. It would be J-cups with the model that I have and like a blonde wig, maybe. If this is the reality that you want, that the viewers want, I'll make it happen. But this ain't gonna go down the way that you think it is. Or red or whatever. I have to do some like stats tracking to see like what really ticks. I basically have to go to the bikini hot tub section of Twitch and like, you know, run an analysis of like the different, and then take like a paint, like a screenshot, like a snip of the hair of like all the of like the top 10 of the top 10 streamers in that category, and then, you know, basically combine them together, which I guess would make like black or whatever, right? But whatever shade that would be, I would then give to the artist and be like, I want this flavor of hair. Can you give that to me? I have no means of helping you. If he's wearing the song ring, he's gonna be pissed. You want to dress up your robot with J boobs and a blonde wig? Well, no, no, you already heard the rest of the conversation, so I don't need to start it over. I'm just saying that once, you know, once I get established, like truly established, like to the point where I'm like, oh my god, Booty Slayer 69, thank you for the 50 gifted subs, and like that's an actual thing that comes out of my mouth in response to a IRL event, like on like a bi-weekly basis, then I'm gonna have to make some hard adjustments, I think. Just make it a channel point, redeem it, call it Sex Droid Stoic or something, and it'll gender swap for XXX minutes. That's a lot of X's there. This is a family-friendly stream, probably, I'll have you know. That's Rampart. Just for fun. Just for something a little different. Because we're feeling a little frisky from the conversation. The fucked up thing is that it would work. Let's not pretend. It would work. It would draw in people. That's just real shit. That's how it be sometimes. Or I establish like a new facet of my expansive lore, a new chapter, if you will, where it's discovered through my GeoCities page, like reading my GeoCities page, that I am in fact a 3,000-year-old dragon princess. Huh? That looks like I'm 14, but I got reverse isekai'd into the real world and into 2004, 2005, into and my consciousness was transferred into the body of a robot man that you know, the scientists like to dress up in togas because that was like his hyper specific kink or whatever, and has big old boobies sometimes. I would get sponsorships like crazy, dude. Like crazy. Hey Nacho, by the way. My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. What were we talking about? Blue Mage? I don't even know how we got here. Where am I? Who are you people? Let me drink. I need to drink something. So nobody in chat said no to the 3,000-year-old dragon princess thing. I'm apparently just gonna let the sorry, took a drink of tea. Stop moving. Just don't move. I will put myself where I need to be. Don't you worry. As long as you leave a little bit of space for me, I will take care of the rest. This is not innuendo. Stop thinking about me having J-cup boobs for like 2 seconds, okay? It's a family-friendly or do. I don't care. How the fuck does she still have hate after that? What? I sentineled. This is illegal. How did she get hate from me? We're just gonna shield bash to save a little bit of HP, man. Did I shiver up in 5 seconds, so I need to not compulsively use my TP.
A hunter must hunt.
What's going on? Why is it still swinging? Is he not putting these things to sleep? It's like he's really delayed on it. This is the HP I got, so if I die, I die. I can't help myself beyond this. There we go. I'm just gonna let this ride. It should die soon. And I do have hate on both, I believe. Both targets. We'll wait until we have like 1800. MP, TP, AP, AARP. I'm glad I swapped to BPM mode because I definitely need it. I don't know if it's like helping or if it's just making me feel more spazzy, which may have a knock-on effect of making me react faster to situations. Or maybe it's cope. Maybe it's all just cope. Understand that this is like the first time that I'm not just not getting hate back. It's like after I do shit like Cure 4 on like a yellow or even like orange, and I'm not getting hate back, or like I do a Sentinel, which normally like secures me 20 seconds of being able to just like mentally breathe. But like the fact that I wasn't able to claw back hate after using Sentinel, after curing like moments beforehand, is totally nuts. Okay, we gotta watch recover. Because it is truly amazing that monsters hitting the bard doesn't actually stop them from like casting, right? Like they can cast through getting hit. And by cast I mean sing. So I'm toying with the idea of during the run up to Armored Core 6 in late August, if I remember right. I think August 25th. I know that every single one of you are like hardcore Armored Core fans like I am, so like you would have eidetic memory of what the dates are. Oh, let's rearrange diminish to be at the bottom. Bards can't get interrupted. Okay, that's what I thought, which is further confusing me why he's taking as much damage as he is. I did not check to see if he has that ring that I constantly ignore and not out of spite, where it's like if they stay in yellow HP, they get minus 25% song casting speed, like 25% extra, you know what I mean? But during the run up to Armored Core 6, I'm debating swapping out Wednesdays and Saturdays when I do that. Streamer said doo-doo, word funny. With like Armored Core, probably the PS2 ones and above, because while I do have an exceptionally high pain tolerance, I don't want to fuck with the PS1 controls. I just don't. Like, I love the games, right? But there are just some lines that have been established over myriad quality of life improvements, like controller schemes that I'm not willing to override. So probably like Armored Core 2, which also kept the same scheme, so I'm gonna have to get a button configuration that seems right for that one. And just see how far I get. I mean, the game's probably not very far, so maybe I should start with like Armored Core 3. Or maybe I shouldn't fuck with it at all. Maybe I should just like legally emulate like Armored Core Verdict Day, because I never had the chance to get into it back in the day. And I've heard that that was like that also happened to be like not only was it a good Armored Core game, but it happened to be the last one in the line, you know, until current day, where like 12 years later we have another Armored Core title coming out. And as I'm sure all of you have also ordered the I forget what they're framing it as. The collector's edition for Armored Core 6. You know, the one that has the like the pins and the baubles and the whatnots and the hickory doodles and stuff. The bits and bobs. It also has the like 1/200 scale Stompy robot, which I'm sure is going to be like the default one that you get, like to start in the game, so that while I'm playing the game, I can have it on my desk, so that I can make like explodey noises with my mouth, pretending that my robot is the same robot that's on the screen, who's also making explodey noises. I did not spring for the... I know this is insane. I have not sprung for the $400 edition, which basically just has like the garage, like a like a model garage for the big Stompy robot to go into, so that after you're finished like waving the big Stompy robot around in your hand, making exploding noises with your mouth, you can then put it into its garage house. It's not a dollhouse, it's a garage, okay? And then make repairy noises with your mouth afterward. Which, I don't need to remind you, would be fucking sick. It would be amazing. Hell yeah.
Unfold.
You are maidenless.
Fine, I guess you are my little pod champ.
Boy Slim Thick, Skinny Legend got me quaking.
Oh, what's going on now? The Taro is getting slaughtered. I ain't fucking with that. I'm just gonna establish hate on the new one. You need to make sure that defender is up. I need not to rely so much looking at my abilities list to tell what stuff is coming off of cooldown. It used to be that timers would let you know when stuff is starting to wear down by making it go yellow then red as it was about to like come back online. It doesn't do that anymore, and I don't know why. I don't know if I just accidentally downloaded like an older version of the add-on or whatever, or if it replaced the version of the add-on that I have with the one that's in the launcher, which is also plausible. And I should probably look into that. It hasn't done the thing where it shows like abilities that are on cooldown as being like an infinitely scaling like number. Timers is fucky. Yeah. I hope they didn't update it to remove it so that it's like everything is fucking green, because I'm struggling to parse that like real bad. I just want to feel like I'm doing my job. Can I get hate? Can I get hate, please? Please, dude. Sentinel should be up. Sentinel is not up. Sentinel is up in 5 seconds. I've been using XI Tools as a replacement. Hasn't crashed once yet. Is XI Tools like a timer's replacement, or does it do multiple things? Big 75. Woo! If there's a way that I can like constrain it to just showing me like when abilities are going to go live, I will probably swap over, because it is incredibly hard for me to adjust to like is it on cooldown, then it's not there. Is it not on cooldown, then it's just green. I need like some kind of color coordination to keep track of this shit. It's a lot of things, but I use it as a timer's replacement. You have to manually input what spells and abilities that you want to show for either debuff or buff timers, but once you do it, it's over. Okay. Let me actually write that down while I let my party burn. XI Tools. Alright. And asking for a friend, it's like street legal on Horizon, right? I would assume it is if you suggested it, because I don't think that you just like risk yourself to be able to, you know, tell when your defender is going to be like up like 5 seconds sooner. But you know, it's just a question I gotta ask. Like, are you a cop? We'll throw in light on ourselves just for funsies. It is very far away. I truly hate but understand why diminished cast provoke there. And then we'll rampart. And then do I have shield bash up? We'll do that too. Yeah, it's fine. Stream with it on. Okay. They definitely will take you up on that. How the fuck does she still have... I'm blowing literally all my abilities, dude. How does she have so much hate? What the fuck is this? It's a punishment. It's because I have hubris. It's because I allowed myself to believe that I had reached a pinnacle where I could just decide to do my job and get away with it like 70% of the time. You're effective just being like, when I use this ability, you start a countdown timer at 5 seconds. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see definitely how that would be useful. Experience chain 10 for sure. Maybe I should just shut the fuck up. Right? Maybe I should just shut up because I'm getting like chain 10s, which is I think the first time that this has happened on the server for me. I believe. Squinty face processing. Pretty sure. Which is very nice. I am looking a gift horse in the mouth. Man, this fucking flamingo is just tearing this little Tartar Dragoon apart, man. Body parts strewn all over the environ. It's actually kind of disgusting if it weren't so impressive. I could recreate that scene from Super Mario 64 where Mario picks up the penguin baby and just kind of like drops the penguin baby over the side of the level into the infinite abyss. It got increasingly more fucked up and funny the further that I kind of chase that thought. Oh man. And here I was worried that I was stacking up too much enmity. I was like, I actually might be missing out on some other needed stats if I can pretty reliably keep 8 about 80% of the time. And this Elven Ward just shows up and says, hold my beer. Actually, hold all of my beers. Hold both of my beers and my beer hat. Avians are apex predators to Tartar. They just fly down and snatch them up. That's true, yeah. Also explains why they're so prolific outside of Windur's walls. Because like their population has just exploded since they have like a regular diet. Okay, let's help the. I will force you to be okay, or not. You're gonna pay attention to Taro just to show me what's up. Okay. Let's just show me what's up. I might actually get 72 here, which is not a reality that I let myself have or a thought. Regardless of what the situation is, I always go into it with like a baseline expectation, which is typically about lower than it really should be. so that when this something in the situation shows itself to be more favorable than, you know, statistically it may have otherwise, like I'm pleasantly surprised, which has worked out for me wonderfully since I took up my ancient Greco-Roman 2,000-year-old philosophy that I like informs literally everything that I say, do, and think. Except for this, nothing prepared me for this Elven War that can just decide when it wants to have hate. I've not experienced that before. Ads are going to start in 1 minute and 30 seconds, brace accordingly. They're going to be about 90 seconds on average, but they can be, I hate to say it, like fucking up to 3 minutes. And I will see you on the other side. I've done all that I can. I pressed the snooze button 3 times, back to back. Mr. Bezos wants his ad money, and boy howdy is he gonna claw it out of you. My God. Unless you have like ad block or something, in which case, you know, fuck that guy. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sort of kidding. Or you could be like a Star Trek character, like literally whenever something mildly disturbing happens to the ship, and just let yourself, you know, railing or not, flop all over the deck. You could also do that. In which case, enjoy your back-to-back car and or shampoo commercials. Hello, Icy. Or you can subscribe free with Amazon Prime, brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends, the #1 mobile turn-based RPG. Or whatever the fuck. As long as you're happy, that's what I ultimately care about. I see. I don't know how long you've been there, but I have an evil robot mode that matches the evil AI animated emote. I will show you it now.
Doesn't sound like I'm gonna be able to keep it into it. Hello? Are you spooked? I'd be spooked. I'm spooked right now.
And then we go back to normal. About 30 seconds. Okay. Was there a change? I don't know if you're memeing or not. I think you're memeing. I'm almost certain that you're memeing, but I can't be sure because I did not also flag myself to be able to hear the dulcet tones of my own voice. Life is a meme, isn't it? So I did listen to your sage advice, but I did not take it deeply to heart that after 60, you're basically like at the mercy of any damage dealer that decides that they want to have hate or not. And I felt the most sure of myself by far last night when I had a party with 2 samurai in it that were both using pole arms. One of them was doing a sub Sam or sub RNG thing where they were like pulling back every time they had TP to cast Sidewinders and stuff. But there was a regular Dragoon there too, and something else I can't remember, some other damage dealer that I think got rotated out to the point that it was just like a carousel of reps and I couldn't retain like what their job was. But I was keeping hate like 80-90% of the time, and situations where I was able to pull back hate, I could get it back relatively fast and then keep it pretty reliably after that. This Elven War, it like has not been able to merit enmity because she got level 75 like moments ago, right? But it feels like she merited like plus 50 enmity, and she's even wearing the cap. See if upgrade timers. Just gonna... But, like, when she wants hate, like, through action or inaction, she just wills it into being. I don't know what she's doing. Like, I'm blowing through all the abilities in the sequence I normally do to, like... No, I knew you were serious. But, like, if there was... I was telling myself that if there was a situation where I should be able to just not keep hate literally at all, it should have been the party last night. This singular Elven war in front of both of us in real time, in front of me on my fun screen, in front of you on your fun screen, is generating more hate altogether than those 4 heavy damage dealers did last night's party. And last night's party was like, they weren't under geared. I didn't want them to feel weird or anything, so I didn't like overly examine them. I just spot checked them at the start and then never again after that. But they were decently geared. Now I didn't do like a full visual rundown of what this warrior is equipped or has on her. She does have a hobby +1, which probably tells you all that you need to know about like what the rest of her equipment probably looks like. Like this, I just did Sentinel, and she does something, and it forces hate back onto her. It's insane. This war's gear is pretty stacked. Like, I'm tempted. I do have... Let me see. I'm not gonna like screen audit her, but I am gonna go on to tools, players, diminish. Okay. Square mufflers +1. That's nothing. Okay, I have to do shit. I was not expecting the very first thing to... I was seeing the... I'm attacking the wrong one. This paladin is a fool. Wrong target, my bad. Okay. Stinky and bad. Did this paladin fly in from Stupid Town? Like, what's going on? In almost every party, there's a minimum 1 DD that just shits on my hate. The fact that this is even possible is like scary to me. The only copium that I have left is that I have yet more enmity gear after this that I could possibly use. But like, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Like, I might be able to hold on to hate like maybe 1 second faster in a situation like this. She has enmity down the head too, so like, you tell me how that fucking makes sense. This war is mind breaking me. Like, I'm not losing. I'm fine. Everything about this is fine. Do I seem escalated? I shouldn't, because I'm fucking calm AF. I'm so calm. I feel good. This doesn't bother me at all. Smile. With all her gear, she has -4 total from the boots, giving her +1. Like, I don't even know what she would have to be swapping in to like to generate so much excess damage that it is like overriding tank abilities. She's geared to the teeth though, yeah. I'm gonna let myself glance some more. Viking Axe, Darksteel Axe, Tiffia's Sting, Minuet, Spike, Corridor's Ring, Raha's Ring, Swift Belt. Okay. It's starting to become more clear to me, but I'm still a little sus of Mogus. Oh, she has a +1 PCA? No, fucking, oh my god. Did you hear that sentence just came out of my mouth? I was like, oh my god, that's possible? That explains it. You're excited I let myself get? Hobby +1, PCA, yeah. PCA +1? Oh my god. That's got to be like plus 69 accuracy. It's all according to Keikaku. Maybe I should just like use cover on her. Like literally whenever it's up. Thunder, and I also need to mark down change set world distance. Look at that, I still have hate. Amazing. Probably because she's casting Yutsusemi. And then it just turns to her anyway. What is this? That's why she's just better. Yeah. Let me do my job so I can do my job good. This streamer complains too much. Unsubbed, unfollowed, unliked, unsubscribed. I think I already said subscribe twice. Bit of a Freudian slip there. How we get past this near end stage, if not end stage, anarcho-capitalism simulator that we're all taking a ride on. Welcome to Costco, I love you. At a war like that, plus wars on Sam and a thief with K-Club, I gave up on hates. I don't know the rules for like Trick Attack, but can Trick Attack only proc once on a swing? So like they could swing up to 11 times? If like the odds were ever in their favor or whatever. Here, let me pretend. Let me pretend I'm gonna keep 8 for a moment. 8 attacks is a hard cap. Oh, it literally cannot get past 8 attacks? Okay. But like there's maybe like extra security that there's gonna be probably more than 5. Oh my god, what is this? I can breathe? I'm gonna take a drink, dude, because I've not shut up for 2 hours or something. And I've been like chomping at the bit just to have just a little squeak's worth of hate. He could he could Trick Attack me all he wanted, and he was WSing every 10 seconds. I lose hate. Yeah. I have Shivery. I need to stop moonlighting. I say it every stream, and I'm going to say it every stream after that. Just say that moonlight got me acting up, if you know what I am saying.
Oh, big.
Var, X3, what's this? A wall?
Defender me. Provoke me. Oh, it auto-targeted. Very good. This paladin is yet again attacking the wrong thing. Let me cover the warrior. Nobody saw that. Don't clip that. The baby is dying. I just want to point out you're on 2 different mobs. Don't worry, they caught me. This is definitely as close to mind broken as I think I've gotten in a while. What are you doing, Stoic? Streaming or something? What could you possibly be focused on? Yeah, I had a paladin today that just like couldn't keep hate. And there was like 2 times where like he just was targeting like the wrong thing. Like he was healing good or whatever, but just seemed kind of bad. NGL. TBH. Welcome to Paladin 63 and Bird Parties. I was able to keep 8 before though. I was able to keep 8 before. In like a 65-66 situation last night, you gotta believe me. Look at the VODs. And that's not just like a like a trick to get you to like further emotionally invest into my content. Trademark. Look at the VOD. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Like, you'll see what I mean. It's not a myth. This Elven is like a monster. It's some kind of like eldritch creature. That's more effort than I'm willing to put in. You literally just have to click 2 times. You left click and then you move your mouse about like maybe a collective like foot. You're doing it right now. I can see what's on your other tab. And let me tell you, it is not wholesome. But, you know, everyone has their own preferences. I almost can't handle this little baby Taro jumping. I almost can't take it. Like it's triggering the same emotional wavelength that I undergo when I see like a dog that is so small and has to move by like hopping. My notes for recording later. Yeah. What's what I have on here? The other game that I was thinking about setting up for Wednesdays and Saturdays that may do good-ish or may do bad. You know, your mileage may vary, like what either of those, you know, states of being constitute. Is Valkyria Chronicles 4, which last I checked, like 2 months ago, had literally 0 people streaming it. But like the last time people streamed it being like 4 months ago, and in a language that I neither know nor understand. Didn't see the HP percentage. I am sure that it is just fine. So like there could be an open market on Twitch for the legions of Valkyria Chronicle 4 enjoyers that are just like completely contentless, like completely materially deprived of like their favorite game. And I could hand deliver it to them in hog rich gamer moment infuse. Oh my god, what word am I trying to use? Infuse chunks. They say a game dies twice, when there's no longer players, and again when no one streams it. So that would kind of make me like a necromancer, which is inherently a cool idea. Truly insane that I'm probably gonna get 72. I'm going to need to party in here. If she's positioning herself for this, I'll just do it at a time and I'll just let it ride. No, just let it ride. Stop fucking moving. You're already doing it now. Stop. I'm gonna tell mom. And she's gonna mess you up. If you hit 72, then you pass me. I'm getting there. I did see that you were 71. Purely accidentally when I was creating the clip of Ayame saying that she hates pink out loud because I psyoped her into doing it. And she was examining you at some part. So I have very unspecific general knowledge of where you are. She almost fell for it a second time, but she catches on quick. She's sharp. She is one sharp cat. Need a pee break if the chain breaks? Just go on the ground. This is like a 14 chain party, man. Just go on the ground. To be fair, you are a troll. I am not. I'm a nice person. I'm a nice person. Just use the piss bucket. But I was so proud of my wife. I don't remember what the situation was, but no, it was when I streamed recently, and I got up to pee, and she was like, "Are you allowed to do that? Don't you have like bottles or something around your computer? Why don't you have any bottles around your computer?" And then we made out, and then high-fived after that. And then it was like a torrential rain of compliments out of her mouth, like, "Oh my God, Stoic," because she calls me Stoic, right? She's like, "Stoic, you're so cool and handsome." And oh my God, you're so smart. Like, I wish I could just like take your brain and like make it my brain. You know, stuff like that, like stuff that like chicks say when they're like real into their dudes. Which I'm referring to? It's you, Sweet Pea. My honey bunches of butts. Don't hurt me. I'm defenseless right now. Are you moving? I can't tell. I'm alarmed. I'm alert. I don't even know where you are in the house. Hello? I can't turn around. I think she's like, I'm still doing homework. Okay. The answer is 1778. I should probably go to the bathroom too. I'm gonna do that. We're back 30 seconds. All right, I'm going to press the snooze button to buy back the 5 minutes or so for us. Don't go nowheres. I'm gonna go use the little Stoic robot room. I will be right back. I have returned. Rejoice accordingly, or don't. I'm not your father. Unless... Son, is that you? Why do you look like that? That's messed up. That's not nice. I miss you guys. Did you miss me? I thought about you the whole time while I was in there. The whole time. The whole time. Got about half an hour left. One lead to rep me. I'll probably need to leave in 32. I can try. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to give like at least an hour or so to justification to the rep. We can break in 30. Okay, so we're gonna break in 30, which makes sense. When are you going to invite me onto the Level Sync podcast? I see. Which is a silly question because our agents are already in talks with one another, so I know the answer, but I'm building up suspense for the sake of the hype train. Which do be chugging, and it do be chugging loud. Sometime between a warm place freezing over and pigs flying. Yeah, but that's happening now. Like I want like a. It's happening. It's happening like right now. Like it can't be now. I'm kind of doing something. You know, like streaming or whatever. Does a little RP. Does a little hair flip. Someone says 8K, no problem. So then that will put us at, because I can do basic math good, 4,000 left. Come on, man. Do I really need to use a calculator? 36,000 minus 24,609. The stocks diminished there. Sorry about that. It's because I forgot what hotkey is tied to my shit. Sorry, Stoic, you would have to wear your flesh suit. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Actually, no, I do know that. I could do that. Yeah, sure. If you guarantee me a spot, I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. But just for fun, what's wrong with me as I am? I think it's kind of messed up that you don't accept me for who I am, like right off, for one. Like I understand that, you know, the digital entertainment business is a wild ride for various reasons, but like, you know, it's kind of like bad PR to, you know, not accept people's like differences. Everything. That's a cop-out answer, man. That's not true. I'm sure that the other presenters would love it. They would be giggling, they would be clapping, I would be laughing. And then I'll look over to you, like that one meme comic that I saw the one time, you know, in Bandcamp, where it was like Pikachu on Ash's shoulder, and like Misty is like looking at both of them, and like Pikachu climbs onto Ash's shoulder, and Ash gives him a bite of an apple, and then Pikachu's like, you see that? Looks at Misty and says, you see that? That bond? You'll never have this bond. Which I think saying that part out loud has diminished my chances of getting on there, but you know, sometimes you gotta smoke them if you got them. Take the internet. Do not do that, dude. I have no idea what would fucking happen to me. I'd have to go outside. You want me to go outside? Don't take away the internet. I needed to research sound bites. Don't do that. I don't like this shift in the power dynamic. Shivering for 40 seconds. You're not helping your case. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm a paladin. You know, I'm too stupid to know what my case is. All I know is how not to get hate in this situation. Four party invites and one ranked mission invite while I was AFK. That is also why you do not AFK while looking for party. Although I don't I have not independently verified whether he was flagged up or not. Let me just for fun, let me heal up the Bard. Which should put me on the Flamingo's hate list. As if that matters. This party is gonna put me in a crazy headspace going forward. I've never been so thoroughly deprived of my own ability to do my job. I mean, at this point, I should just whip out the greatsword. Like, it's like that's not even a joke. Like, I should just do it, because at least then I'd be able to put out like a modicum of damage, or like at least a sword. But if it's not paying attention to me anyway, I should basically treat myself like a discount Dark Knight. We're gonna get a couple more rounds in of hits. Let's take a swig of coffee too. So if any of you have stuck around and you have not followed yet, if you'd like to, it would make a sincerely huge impact on me. It's that little purple follow button, you know, the one that's just below. It's a simple action that has a big influence. I also tend to let out a little giggle when it happens. Something similar but not identical to teehee. Teehee.
You know, that laugh. The one that you love and cherish. I should just do the rest of the stream like this. My manager tells me that they would love that. And you love it too, look at your face.
I cannot believe this state of affairs, dude. Did not even get hate like a single. It looked at me, dude. It looked at me. Could you believe that? Insane. Oh my god, it looked at me. How do you do the job emotes? Because I've done /job emote and then whatever it is, and I have not been able to get it to work. I've tried it with a space, without a space. Like /job emote, space, white mage. Do I have to unlock them? It only works for jobs that you have 75 on here? That explains it. Because one of the things that I enjoyed doing most to my nephew is /job emote white mage, and just the satisfying slap of a bandage hitting him in the face. I'm gonna have to level white mage. I can't live without the bandage emote, dude. So what's my thing? I can like glow Sacred Radiance? I guess that's fine, but it's not like a big slappy bandage.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Potion seller, enough of these games.
That was good. She's the new tank, dude. I'm just here to hit the birds with a hammer. That's all. Oh my god, it's dead already. Experience chain 9. Let's go. Sentinel me. Maybe I should just berserk. How about that? Maybe you should just say you should. Oh my god, you gotta check out the streamer. He's losing his fucking mind. Yes, join the White Mage movement. All are welcome. Hi, Cyber. I hope that you're. I mean, you're just in time if you just got here to see my rapid descent into madness. I do feel like I am a main character in a Cthulhu-inspired story where I see just like fish people and tentacled like eldritch monsters just defying all sorts of grotesque description, and it just really doing a number on my mental bits. This Elven war, dude. How are these people like this? Is my shit broken? Am I broken? Is any of this real? Am I real? You are now manually breathing. You are now manually blinking. If I have to go crazy, so do you. You and I have always, you Chatter and me the streamer, have always had a symbiotic relationship. We all pog down here. I would like the record to show that I did successfully get my wife to say the word pog once. Granted, I tricked her into it, but she did say it. Oh, I'm there. I just worked a 14-hour day. I'm there. Jesus. You don't have to give any specifics if you don't want to, but what do? You can just give like a general, like you could just say like construction or like retail or something. Like 14 hours in doing anything is too much. Manager at a warehouse? Yeah, I could definitely see the the implications of that. Now that's not like every day, is it? Was there just like a surplus of things that you just needed to take care of? I'm sure you don't want to talk about it, because if I had to deal with like a 14-hour day, I would just be like, just shut the fuck up. Just don't remind me that this happened. Okay, I get you. Aw, dog, if that ain't a testament to your durability, I don't know what is. That's a long time to be focused on stuff. The brain rot is complete. My head was empty for a moment. That's possible. I wonder how many people are going to be streaming Armored Core 6, because I'm definitely going to do it. The only chance of me not streaming Armored Core 6 on Wednesdays and Saturdays when it comes out is if the launch is like horribly broken. Like unsalvageably broken, like Cyberpunk levels of broken. If it's even remotely, I don't understand this hate situation, dude. I don't. How are you keeping hate? How are you doing it? Oh, just tell me why. Why, God? God, if you're listening, whatever it is, all the stuff that I said about you, I actually meant about myself. Just please give me back my sweet illusion that I can keep hate. What's the quote? Something something like pride is always the tallest before the fall or some shit. It's something pride and something fall. I don't remember. What is that? I have to look it up. How did he pull hate with Sentinel Pop? Yes. 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 That. Yes. How? How did he do it? How did he pull and then proceed to keep hate an eternity after that? This might be cure bombing, flashing, provoking. You know? Bring it up, bring it down. My neck, my back. I don't know, dude. It's like, it's not like the tail end of a Sentinel either. Why is he voking? Probably because he's like, I am the captain now, is my guess. He can like get hate whether he's voking or not. So I guess that his thought process is I might as well do it. It's gonna take advantage of her blinking in this moment. I mean, the Voke is a huge part of that. Nobody else can pull. Well, the Bard is also supposed to be doing it. She's just kind of like grabbing whatever is nearby. And I will say this: it's not like she can't immediately get hate without using Voke. So she's honestly just using it as like a. I should have put it. It doesn't matter, but I should have put some kind of hate application on the other one. There was a situation not so long ago in this blur of experience and psychosis inducing micro situations where I used Sentinel like at the start of the fight after provoking, and she did nothing except blink and use presumably some kind of like 2000 damage ability that I'm not able to see because of the way that my filters are set up, and she was just able to claw back hate like immediately and keep it. It's bananas.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Base is under attack.
Well, excuse me, princess. Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Oh, he has the ring then. Okay, that explains it. Okay, so apparently the Bard does have the ring, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. I'm gonna have to get used to this. This is possibly like the reality, which was something that I was like semi-cognizant of, but I still let myself have hope. And I'm sure I will again. Look at him, he's so majestic, flying so high. People can reach it, right? Yeah. Oh, apparently this was the second time that he was telling me about it. I was so focused on talking about like giant zombie robots, apparently I wasn't aware. Oh man. Thank God tomorrow is pre-Friday. I'm going to have to weather a number of arguably shitty situations before we get to the weekend. But I am very much looking forward to not having to parse work-related stuff. It's not like, so what I do is not technically difficult. There's a lot of content for me to get through on a daily basis. But for the most part, if customers do their job, which granted they only do maybe like 30-40% of the time, my part of the job is easy. It's just basically looking at all the different bullet points that they have to hit in order to see if they can do the thing with the stuff that they're supposed to. Very detailed breakdown, I know. But there is one customer that I had that just right from the onset was escalated, like just frisky, angry, just naturally, and every step taken so far that has originated from this individual was wrong. Like wrong forms, wrong process, wrong information, everything is just wrong. And the more time spent trying to unfuck his various like mess ups, you know, let's keep it PG-13 here. He would get increasingly angrier, like yet angrier and angrier, if such a thing were possible. The point that he tied in his financial advisor, which the lady is nice, but after thinking that I finally got all of his shit sorted out, his stuff like started paying out and whatnot. The financial advisor is like, all this is great, thank you so much for helping me. You've been such a critical asset to us and to the client. But where is like the whole other half of like his request? Motherfucker, what other half are you talking about? What? Yeah. Didn't you have this other whole half of his request? So I had to basically take like an itinerary of all the steps taken up to this point, so I could show that there was like no confusion about what was received or sent, or who said what, or to who, or whatever. And so I'm expecting an all caps email tomorrow from this dude. But it's like, I can't help you if like, it's just basically like a doctor, right? Where they're like, if you don't tell me what hurts and how badly, I can't help you. Like, yeah, your limbs are literally all backwards, but like, what hurts the most? Also, because this is America, in the 3 seconds that we've been having this conversation, I need you to pay me $30,000. Well, Rampart, Defender, just all sorts of other fun abilities. Not the baby. We'll cure him up a little bit. This has definitely been a very productive learning experience for me. I'm going to need to retool my mindset going into these high-level situations, because I'm going to need to think differently. I don't know how yet, but if my fundamental job, if the reason why I was put on Vana'diel is to tank, and I cannot tank due to some difference in the environment, I need to evolve, like, and adapt and overcome. In other words that sound good. I'm going to have to actually become a Dark Paladin, and I'm going to have to eat attack food. I'm gonna have to eat attack food, get a Habersion +1, and all the other pieces that DDs typically get, to the point that I'm borderline unrecognizable, that I'm literally just a Dark Knight that can heal sometimes. This is the way. Roll Beastmaster. I'm not really a fan of Beastmaster. Although apparently I am a fan of like giant memes, which, yeah, I mean that's probably not surprising, right?
What? What the fuck? What are you doing, step bro?
I both want to stay on the ride and I want to be off the ride. Is there an option for that? Congratulations, 71. Very good. I'm gonna need to party around my level next time. So I can cap up everything again. It was definitely harder in the beginning for me to keep pace with skill caps and such. It does get easier to skill up and keep your skill levels consistent the higher that you go, because you have just simply more time. Go Shivery back. Don't use Moonlight. 5 seconds vote. We'll shield bash, that's fine. I'll heal myself too. Just for fun. We have fun here. And provoke. Oh my god, I'm doing it. I'm holding hate. Let's go.
Whoa!
Just one more hit. 2 more hit. 1 more hit. That's close enough. That's good. Did I change back over to video game lo-fi, or is this still BPM? How do we get back onto gaming lo-fi? Did I change that? I don't even remember changing that. Oh, that's because we went to break. It's automatically set to go to video gaming lo-fi, that's why. Low BPM. I mean, technically you're right. I need to do this now. I think I already did it, but just in case. Shout out Icy Caladrius. I don't know if Icy is still here or not, but he is a very fun and funny individual. And in the short time that we've spent together, the time has been hog rich and gamer moment intensive, so you should like go check him out, like follow him or whatever.
This guy stinks!
I'm plugging you right now, motherfucker. Do you want the plug or not? If you want my insanely large fan base to move over in droves to such a calamitous extent that it strains Twitch's servers, and they need to like appropriate more server usage just to handle the number of people going to your channel from mine, you better just like check yourself, buddy, because my recommendations are like on fleek and bussing. Don't let me cancel you on the checks notes, the instant grams. I'll do it. Watch your next words carefully, lest you be destroyed. All right, while I'm still remembering, I'm going to follow Reese Wasabi so that I can then lurk and support in your channel. Hearing my own voice, I got mind flooded a moment. You seem like a cool dude, and I am a voracious consumer of cool dude vibes. So it seems only right. Already said that they've been liking his Paladin, Sam, Dragoon, Thief, Red Mage, Summoner, or Bard. It sounds great. Darkness for Sam, Dragoon opens light for Thief. I can see that popping off like crazy, yeah. Joke's on you, I don't exist on anything but here in Discord. That's not true. You RP places both of my hands on Icy's face. You exist in my heart. And somewhere else, you know what I mean? 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 You left me on red. Please respond. I don't even know what's happening in the party anymore. No, I do know the answer to that. Take me back. Take me back where I wasn't thinking about it. Oh man. Take me back to a simpler time when I was back in the dunes and you couldn't do a dang thing to get hate off me. Those are simpler times. It's crazy to think about, but Blue Mage, once I get all the spells that matter, Blue Mage should be able to keep hate better than Paladin would. So at least I have a backup reserve of Copium to use as needed. And you were like, and I imagine that you're like, Stoic, how could that be possible? Because Blue Mages get like 8 or 9 hard entity generation abilities. Like 6 or 7 of those are from C. So I need to complete COP. Like I just need to do it. For many reasons. One, for the experience, because the later COP missions is like literally brand new content to me. Along with like the region of Sky or Sea and whatnot. But also because it's what will allow me later to be in a position to grab the spells that I know that I was missing. I was still able to keep hate more often than I probably should have when I was Blue Mage tanking above 60 with the spells that I was able to collect. But just to give you an example, there is a move. I think it's called Enervation. It's something like that. I think I confuse it with the Troll one. No, the Troll one's called Diamond Hide. Enervation is a spell that you can learn from Wamora, which are the moth versions of the Wamora Camper that you can find in the Halvang territory. And what it does is that it's like a micro heal, like a Cure 2.5 that also acts as an erase. But what the tooltip doesn't tell you is that it gives you like a Provoke 1.5 effect. At Blue Mage 75, you can merit unlock an ability that lets you take what would normally be a single target ability, like on yourself, like a self buff, and cast it instead on your entire party. What that means is that you basically get like a free Invincible's worth of hate every like 10 minutes that the ability is up. I wonder if Cocoon will be busted on the server with the defense buffs. It could. I could see defense, or I could see Cocoon be possibly one of the things that people sus are gonna be nerfed. I don't really see it because, like, other than soloing, you know, who else is insane enough to actually try to tank with Blue Mage? It can. It absolutely can. It's like every time that you Cocoon, you're basically like strapping five more body pieces to yourself. All abilities down. Here, we'll cover I don't need to, right? She has shadows on, right? But I like to pretend. Pretending feels nice. How the fuck can he hate for me, dude? How is this possible? Oh my god, it's Sturk who loses hurt. Do you remember that ancient dank Mei? The dankest Mei. It's like the girl holding up like Goosebumps books, and it's like a picture from like the 1960s, like the little girl in pigtails going like, "Oh my god, it's Goosebumps." Along with bringing back Rage Comics, they should bring that back. Although I did do a brief run of that voice like 2 years ago, and with my wife, and she did not enjoy it, so probably not, maybe not actually in retrospect. If I value my life, I probably won't do it. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe Timers never did. No, I remember it doing it. Like it would go from like green to still is gonna be like about a minute, and then after it got to like 10 seconds, it would turn red. Am I going colorblind? Is that a thing? That's not true, and I also shouldn't joke about that. That's very naughty. I'm doing like everything in my power not to heal the bard, but it is so hard. And the irony is that I successfully avoided healing him because I believed just naturally that he had the song spellcasting reduction ring. And then after a while, I was like, okay, maybe he just doesn't. I guess I just decided for myself that he didn't, based off of no evidence. I was like, he probably doesn't have it. I could probably cure him to, you know, to get hate back. You know, back when I still had hope and dreams and aspirations. No, but like real talk, this is probably, in terms of like raw experience, this is easily top 5 in terms of like parties that I've been a part of. Do you see me hover over his name? I don't know if you got that. I did think about it. Congratulations. Big level 70. I could say to them, hey, I'm like 3K away. But like I'm pretty mentally tapped right now. This has been outside of like the pee break. This has been Mr. Bones' wild ride. And like I'm ready to be off. Like what would I gain? I wouldn't really gain much by being level 72 to start. I don't think I would. What do I have? Anything? That's it. That's apparently what I have. Ooh, I ate a TP hit. Let's go. How exciting.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow! Wow!
I hit it on the mark!
Mission complete.
I don't know. I thought we were stopping when the ranger leveled up. Maybe we're finishing the chain out. Maybe that's what's happening. Normally, I'm way more cognizant of what's happening in party chat. I guess I'm just in a state of such bewilderment. Don't forget you're here forever. No, that's not true. That's impossible. I hate birds. They're coarse and rough and they get everywhere. The messed up part is that you're probably right. And I mean, I kind of already knew that. This is the mirror to Wajoam Woodlands with Colibri. If people find something that is easy, that they can smooth brain through without much difficulty or deviation, they will. Like, okay, they're doing 3.5k more for reasons that I've not been able to apprise, but that also gets me to my level 72, so that's fine. At this rate, that's like 15 minutes. 14, dude, that's crazy. This is by far the highest skill chain. Oh, we got a pairing skill up. There's an ad break starting in 1 minute. There's literally nothing that I can do about it except to try to make the process as painless as possible. If you got a problem, you can either take it up with God or Twitch or Mr. Bezos himself. I'm sure he would be very receptive to opinions as he has in the past. You know, like that one time when he made a sovereign country, when he almost made a sovereign country take down their historical landmark bridge so that he could move a city-sized yacht through it. I'm sure he's very receptive. Let me believe. I didn't steal back hate with Sentinel. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? What is this? You're not gonna miss anything by by succumbing to the ad break in literally 5 seconds. Goodbye, my friends. I will see you on the other side. Make sure that you tuck your arms and legs in, because it's like that capsule that astronauts get into, except like it's literally just, you know, being shouted at that Brondo has electrolytes for like 3 minutes. I got MP from somewhere, but I don't know where. I think they've sensed that I pretty much hit like this is by far the most focused, but like the least effective that I've been on this job in probably 70 levels. Which is definitely a mood for sure. I should have swapped to. I still could. I should have swapped the sword a while ago. To be honest with you, TBH, LOL. Fucking crazy. Experience chain 18, dude. What the hell? We have like a micro break, so I'm gonna take a drink. I'm amazed my model didn't freak out. I got means anything. Yep, rate pulling. Sorry about the healing out of your ring. It is so hard for me to not heal people in yellow HP. Just 5 more minutes. Just a quick 15-minute in and out adventure. Wow, I kept hate, dude. Look at this. I feel like this is like some kind of like weird mercy that the Elven warrior gives me. Like, warriors are typically not this strong, right? Right? Like, it's got to be the hobby, and like they're getting like, I don't even know, dude. Anybody else feeling some lag? I think that's just the... Somebody said that in like shell chat. I think it's just like how it is. Did I make that note for myself to set world distance? I did. I think I need to set it to like 2 or 1. I have it at 1 now. I'm trying to pretend like I can do my job. This is the first party in 70 levels where I simply cannot get hate. The warrior is like, are you trying to time your shit like with me Utsusummoning and stuff? And I said yes. This is the first party at 70 levels where I simply cannot get hate, lol. Even though it's more of like that, you know, laughing emoji that has like the sad face underneath. You are generating more hate, Diminish, than the entirety of the 4 DDs, full arm DDs I played with yesterday combined. I simply cannot fathom how you're able to. It is bananas. I cannot comprehend it. Like, I have to keep like double taking on my equipment, which you can see in like the little like black backgrounded box next to the map. Like my body, hands, head, legs, both ring slots are all giving me enmity generation, and my waist, because it's the astral rope, which gives +2. So I'm generating, presumably, like 20% more hate from my shit than I normally would. So that's like Sentinel is like 3 provokes in 1 worth of like cumulative hate, right? I get that, but still. The ranger's like, oh, it's because he has a hobby +1. Yeah, but I've played with people that have hobbies before. And like +2 attack does not a total hate like hate like consumed entity make. I'm already gonna level. So crazy. They're saying Rampage War was one of the top tier DDs in Era. I get that. Stoic, stop bitching. the Oddish. I could do more damage with polearm, but I didn't want to stress the red mage. Brother, he is already stressed. You can't. That's like, I don't even know like an approximate metaphor to use here, where it's like, if you're like, let's say that you go to the supermarket, right, and you buy an orange, and you get like a thwomp from Super Mario. Please don't sue me, Nintendo of America, for saying the word thwomp. It's just a joke. This is all satire, so on and so forth. And you crush the shit out of the orange with the thwomp. If you put like if you like duct tape like a 1 pound barbell on top of the thwomp, it's not going to crush the orange any harder. Is basically what she's saying, is that she's like, I could do more damage, but like, oh man, I love it. Look at my face. What do I get at 72? Harmonia's Torque, I think, is what I grabbed. And like the enmity generation on that is like +3. So if I'm going to have like a real chance at keeping hate in the way that you traditionally would, I would need to get every single piece of enmity equipment available. And then I would need to max out enmity as an attribute, and my merits, which I wouldn't want to do. I don't want to mess with like the base like enmity values. It's the one thing I didn't touch in either retail or Eden. It's like once you put that in place, like I think you have to. I don't remember. I just don't remember. I think you have to spend LP or limit points or merit points to lower MP. Maybe not. Maybe you just like I don't think you get the experience back. You don't get the merit points back. There's no refund mechanic, I don't think. I had to yet again stop myself from healing the bard. I am getting better about it though when it's occurring to me. Yes, pay attention to me. I can't believe I'm worried about not clawing back hate with Sentinel. Huzzah. We have done it.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. Ah, level 18.
Let's see what's going on in Discord. Somebody reach out to me. I totally forgot to self-promote on the Discords. Very naughty. I mean, it's a normal time. Hey girl, hey.
Hey.
What's up? Hey, Ayame, can you do me a favor real quick?
She's not.
Can you go to Sky and no questions asked, cut the hamstrings of this Elven War?
No.
So that I can feel better about myself?
I'm not gonna harass nobody, homie.
And retain hate for more than like 3 seconds, because this is really like putting me in a messed up place, and I have no idea who I'm going to turn on next if this situation isn't resolved.
You're gonna make
Well, now
me
you
do
lost
something.
it to the Ranger.
Yeah, you just need to get good, son.
Stoic is going to remember this. He's gonna remember this.
Oh, bro.
No, stop taunting me.
Guy stinks!
How do I do an audit? It's /audit, right? Can I see how many points Ayame has, or so I can just do the emergency vent button? I will not be accosted in this manner. LC is the means of production. Came in to use that, Lamel. You would. I'm not a good influence on you. You're becoming worse than I am. I can come rep you so you can see how it's done. Sure. We're breaking literally in 200. But I can tell him you're coming. It would be a funny jape. A crude jest, if you will. And I'm kidding, Ayame. I'm definitely kidding. I'm gonna be nice, as nice to you as I normally am forever. I'm definitely not going to replicate that scene in Game of Thrones where Arya Stark is on the ground compulsively repeating the names in a cyclical fashion of all the people that have wronged her and got her into this untenable position that she's been in, or now finds herself in. I wouldn't do that. That sounds insane. Congratulations. Weird of you to suggest that. What a very specific example. Thanks all. This was a great party, which is true. It was a great party. And just because I am mad because bad does not take away from the merits of everyone else that participated. And I did stuff too. I cured and covered. I cured and I covered. And sometimes, you know, that's good enough. Sometimes just even rolling out of bed is a brave act. So get me the fuck out of here. Get out of here! Get me out. Get me out. If you have not followed yet, I would recommend doing so. It gives you updates in real time when I'm live. Otherwise, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, your regional equivalent, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Saturday, in the year of our Lord 2023, on Mr. Bezos' website, Twitch. Hallowed be his name. What is dead may never die. We all pay the iron price. It puts the lotion on its skin. Get me out. My brain is dematerializing. I need to go back to my fireplace, where it's warm and secure and I can keep hate. Get me in there. Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
Slow down, I'm gonna spurt. Sorry.
Okay. I'm going to send you individuals to another person that enjoys our double-decade-old MMORPG as much as I do. And as much as you do, I am sure. Oh, let me look at the Final Fantasy Online section. Have a good rest of your night. It was fun. Good. I'm glad you had fun. And I really appreciate you being here and rating and everything. And I look forward to catching you on your streams whenever they happen. I am a big proponent of lurking to support people because this platform do be rough getting it off the ground. That is for true. But we will all make it if we diamond hands. Let's see. We will send you over to ALR. ALR seems like a very nice person. And the very limited interactions that I've had with him. And I'm gonna press the button. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you Friday, 7 p.m. Bye, 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 bye. Pressing the button. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Get out of here! Get out of here! I need time alone.